Thank you, Excellencies, Blackfoot guests, honorable members of the Parliament, thank you for inviting me here to talk to you as one of the resource persons for this very important meeting we have in Liberia, to share with you on the presentations on the animal health protection in the practice of transhumance between member states. And besides, thank you. And besides that, this topic is very, very much important. And the reason I want to take it in the context of One Health, animal health, human health, and the environment is to make sure that as you discuss the issue of transhumance, you also study and look at in our African countries on the issue of diseases, animals, and how diseases are transmitted to humans from animals. And if you see diseases of origin of animals include something like avian influenza that you get from birds, rabies that are caused by dogs, Rift Valley fever, and brucellosis are all public health, serious public health risks today in our world. And other diseases which are merely transmitted from person to person also are circulated by animals. Like, for example, in the West African region, you know what happened to the Ebola crisis when we, in our region, lost a global GDP of almost 2.2 billion in our region, caused disruption in travel, trade, and human activities in our region. And so today, we estimate, and this is from the Organization of Animal Health, OIE, 60% of existing human infectious diseases are zoonotic, meaning they come from animals and affect human beings. And at least 75% of emerging infectious diseases of human origins, including Ebola, HIV, AIDS, influenza, have an animal origin. As you see here, the transmission from animal to man, and that far new human infectious diseases come from an animal, and 80% of agents with potential bioterrorism, I heard the moderator talking about bioterrorism, are zoonotic pathogen diseases that can affect human beings. And so this is a very important topic that you have come to discuss here in Liberia for our people in the Africa region. If you look at a map, for those of you seeing it, the West African region, you see that there are a lot of reds, yellow colors, and you see for Liberia, we have 46%. It's almost like Liberia has the highest score in terms of countries that are prepared. If there was a disease outbreak like Ebola in our region, which are the countries that are prepared to deal with that disease? You see those are in yellow have at least some level of preparedness as compared to the rest of West Africa. And this is based on the joint external evaluation called JEE, a WHO tool that is done to assess countries' preparedness in terms of disease outbreak. And this is calculated by an organization called Resolve to Save Life. So you see here, Liberia is the highest, 46%, as compared to the other people in the region, for you to know the level of preparedness. And maybe because of the Ebola crisis that we were having here. Mark? Strengthening global health security in Liberia. If you see right here, the better health security for all the population that is protected based on our interaction with human integration of approach for multi-sectoral collaboration and interdisciplinary collaboration. In 2015 in Dakar and November 2016, we met in Abuja West African countries endorsed the One Health approach to encourage the collaboration and coordination efforts for multidisciplinary and working together at the local level, national level, and regionally, and to strengthen cross-border sectoral national interaction and capacity building for disease surveillance and response processes. And in Liberia, we developed our One Health program. Since 2016, with this mobilization, the official launch took place, and it was not by mistake that our vice president was here this morning to launch the program, because she's the head of the secretariat for our One Health program. But investment is key, and this is what the World Bank was able to support at least 5 to 6 countries in West Africa with the REDISI program, the Regional Disease Surveillance Program. And for every $1 invested in preparedness, you save at least $5 in response to animal disease outbreaks. And so it's a great investment that at Equal Parliament, member parliamentarians that you need to look at and invest in disease surveillance control and the One Health program. As you see here, the countries that benefit from the REDISI program is Liberia, Nigeria, Sierra Leone, Togo, Senegal, and Guinea. These countries have been supported to build the animal health surveillance, human health surveillance, and Liberia got a credit from the World Bank for the REDISI program. And the objective is to strengthen national and regional cross-border sectoral collaboration, and in the event of eligible emergency, to provide immediate and effective response to said eligible emergency. What are the areas that are covered? You see surveillance information system, you see strengthening laboratory capacity, emergency preparedness and response, human resource and capacity building, and institutional capacity building, project management, and all of that are part of the advocacy and coordination. So all of these interaction of animal, humans, and the environment are things that you're discussing today, and they played a very, very important role in the program. And to encourage the collaboration efforts of multidisciplinary level to achieve the best health outcome for our people, animals, and the environment in our region. And in Liberia, our One Health platform, there's a governance structure that is institutionalized in all of our counties. The Office of the Vice President, the One Health Secretariat, there's an advocacy group, One Health Technical Working Group, and if you see, under the Technical Working Group, you will see the Epi-Surveillance Technical Working Group, Laboratory, Preparedness and Response, Antimicrobial Resistance, and Human Resources for Health Technical Working Group. What is also very much critical is the issue of antimicrobial resistance. In our region, people who are in the animal sector, they use a lot of antibiotics on the farms to the animals, the consumption that we feed, and those antibiotics find their way on the food chain and create resistance to antibiotics. It's not working anymore. So animal health, animal welfare, food security, and public health, they all linked together. Thank you. Thank you. So these are the coordination platforms that we have in place overall to foster a shared vision and adoption of the One Health approach in West Africa, to further strengthen the prevention, detection, and response to infectious diseases threats, including zoonotic diseases, animal resistance, and all of that. So I was telling you, if we don't put a lot of efforts into human, animal, and the environment, this is what it costs us. Liberia today has not recovered from the Ebola crisis shock on the economy. By 2013, Liberia GDP was growing at least at double digit, up close to 10%. When Ebola struck in 2014, you see the GDP drop at 4%. This is what is important for us to invest in One Health approach so that we can make sure that we increase our economy and support our health systems and all of that. These are also wanted to show you that if you don't build capacity into a response, this is what you have. During the Ebola response in 2014, because the countries in West Africa did not have the capacity, we had almost 28,000 cases and 11,000 deaths. But in the same tune, the same disease in March of 2016 occurred, we had only 13 cases with only 9 deaths. So that's a tale of 2 Ebola outbreaks. When you have capacity, you save more lives. Thank you for your listening attention. And this is a very important topic, and I'm glad that we were able to present to you. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.